Hey guys, Mr. here again for another video today, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets franchise mode. And in this one, we are here to face off against the San Jose Sharks in the Stanley Cup final for what I think to be the first time in franchise history for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, I'm going to go check this really quickly, so if you can hear clicking in the background, that is what is happening. Columbus Blue Jackets playoff history. Let's see. So, they came in 2000. Yeah, okay. They actually used to be a Western Conference team. Did not know that. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so playoffs. They lost in conference quarterfinals. They got swept in 2008. Then they lost in the first round to the Pens. In 2013, then obviously lost against the Pens last season and are against the Capitals this season. Well, actually, for us, we're against the Sharks. So this is the first time we've ever made it to the Stanley Cup final. First time we ever made it to the Eastern Conference final as well. So, sick. Yeah, their postseason record is 0-3. Yeah, that's not very good. Yeesh. Alright, so, yeah, they have 3 wins and 12 losses in 3 rounds of play. That is tragically awful, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, obviously we are here, and we will hopefully be able to continue the great playoff run we are currently on. Obviously, only time will tell. We will see. But really quickly, let's go and check out this San Jose team. No, not like that. Let's go and see the San Jose Sharks. Alright. Pretty decent forward core. Not gonna lie, they have Mikhail Bodker on the top line with Logan Couture and Joe Pavelski, who has the most points on the team. And how many games have they played this? They've played 20 games. They've played more games than us. Second time in the last 3 seasons the Sharks were able to make it to the Stanley Cup final, so that's pretty good. But yeah, Pavelski, 14 points, right? Yeah, so Pavelski and Couture tied for 14 points. Evander Kane, though, has 16 points on that second line. And while Thornton has 14 assists. So that second line is really good. Third line? I was looking at Don and Donskoy's name. Third lines, we have Donskoy with oh my god. Let's try this again. We've got Donskoy with Tierney and Meyer. Alright, and then Hansen with Carlson and Ward. So everybody offensively has a goal, which is interesting. At least 1 goal apiece. So that's pretty kind of scary, I'm not going to lie. Checking out their defense, they have a top pair of 89 overall, Marc-Edouard Vlasic, with 94 overall, Brent Burns. So that's going to be tragic to play against. Yeah, that should be interesting. Second pair of Brandon Dillon and Justin Bronson. Not the greatest second pair, but it's still a good defensive pair. Third pair of Paul Martin and Tim Heed. So, overall, I mean, it's a very good team. Obviously, I should check the goaltender, which I would assume to be Martin Jones. Yes, he is. His stats aren't that great, but like I said, everybody on the forward core has a goal, so clearly it is the offense that has so far carried them to the Stanley Cup final. I mean, not to say that Jones has been doing bad, but he hasn't been doing phenomenal. Knock on wood, hopefully it stays like that. Aaron Dell played 1 game as a backup, actually only played against 11 shots and let in 4 goals. Well, just under 4 goals. Jeez, that's kind of sketchy. Not sketchy, but that's kind of bad. As for extra skaters, Kevin LeBanc not playing. He's got low top 6. He should have much better potential than that. And Eric Fair as well down there. So, yeah, kind of scared to play against the offense this team has, but we are a pretty good defensive team. I mean, the plus minus may not agree with that, but I'd say we're a pretty good defensively minded team. We can play offense and we can play defense. Looking at the point totals here, we definitely don't have as much scoring as they do. Calvert in that last series didn't get a single point, but yeah, we're gonna try some things out here. Obviously, the goalie, we've got Bobrovsky in net. If Bobrovsky does poorly, then we could totally fall on Korpisalo. It all depends, but Bobrovsky has done great so far for us, and he really did good in the last half of the Maple Leaf series in the conference final. So, I mean, we've checked everything, we've gotten everything ready. It's time to get ready for this series. So, we have 4 more games lost than us. So we have a really good record, 12-4, and they are 12-8. So first team to 16 wins. We have home ice advantage through this entire series. Let's see how much that really matters. First period of Game 1, the first ever period in Columbus, the first ever period in the Stanley Cup final for this team. Let's see how it goes. Only the second time the Sharks have made it to the Cup final, so we'll see how that works out as well. Okay, first period of Game 1. Okay, not great so far. That's what I mean about their offense, is that they can score, and we're going to need to keep them off the score sheet, although they did have 16 shots that period, which is tragic. 16 shots in one period for Bobrovsky is tough to handle. But yeah, the goal scorers for San Jose were Tierney, then Bodker, then Vanek cut the lead in half with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go, but about 40 seconds later, Donskoy gave them the 2-goal lead once again. So obviously we're getting outshot. We're also getting outscored right now in the first 20 minutes of play. Kind of worried though, but we still got 40 minutes of play. Second period now, no goals allowed in the second. Shots were a lot less heavy in that period, 24-22 heading into the third. Now are the shots. So let's slow sim the third. Here we go. Third period, and Cam Atkinson with an early goal. We have a power play. If we have another power play opportunity, please, damn it. If we get a chance to tie up this game, there's still 10 minutes to go. By all means, please do. Please, guys, come on. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes left. It's not looking good. Yeah. And we lose game number 1. We held them to only 5 shots that period, and we had 18. Martin Jones keeping the San Jose Sharks in it. That's exactly what I mean. Jones could just turn it on in this series, and unfortunately, we are unable to take Game 1 on home ice. So that's kind of unfortunate, I'm not going to lie. I feel like a big reason why we may lose this series is because of our morale, because it is not great right now. We have 66 locker room chemistry, and we have scratch players that are not happy, and in general, we just have a lot of players that are not very happy. So, yeah, it'll be quite interesting, but it was only one game. We still have a potential 6 games to go, so they get the 13th win first. Hopefully we can get our 13th win here. Let's go. Period number 1 of game number 2. No goals allowed in this one, so that's nice to see. Obviously, we didn't give up 3 goals in the first period this time. That is definitely nice to see. We are out shooting them as well, 9-7. Not a bad first period, a pretty even one. Let's go second period now. All right, Matt Calvert gets what I assume to be his first point of the series, and it is a goal. He's already tied with the same amount of points that Nick Foligno has in, I think it's 8 games. Foligno played 17, only had 1 goal. But Logan Couture tied the game about a minute and a half later, so that was a great answer from them. So we head to the third period, out shooting them, tied at 1 apiece. We need to get a win here, and we cannot let them take 2, being on the road with an early power play to start off the third. Unable to score on said power play, though. Alright, my throat is kind of dry. Should really take a drink of something, but I don't want to do it during the sim, so I'll do it after the sim. 5 minutes remaining now in the third period, and we are still tied at 1. We are holding them to very minimal amount of shots, and for the second game in a row, we may hit 40 shots, which is obviously nice, but if we can't get them by Jones, does it really matter? Shots are 37 to 22 in favor of us right now, and we head to overtime for the first time in Blue Jackets franchise history. They will play in an overtime period in the Stanley Cup final. Let's go, overtime period. Power play for the Sharks, please. We killed it off, and I think that might have even been a shorthanded goal. When did they get their penalty? 1924, their power play. Literally the second we got off the penalty kill on our first shot of the period, Boone Jenner, with I think his third, maybe fourth or fifth goal of the playoffs, gets us the win, and both goalies doing phenomenal in that one, although Bobrovsky didn't get tested all that much. Boone Jenner with the game winner, and that was a 2-1 overtime win, and there was our first Stanley Cup final victory, yeah. Not gonna lie, almost said victory royale. That could have been interesting. But, alright, not bad, boys. There we go. So, I like seeing that. Panarin, yet to get a point in this series. That's interesting. Maybe I shouldn't have said he deserves the Conn Smythe in the last episode. Yeah, well, I said in the last episode, or I asked you guys as well, do you think Bobrovsky or Panarin would win the Conn Smythe? And my vote went with Panarin, or my vote went to Panarin, and that might have been a mistake. But we are here, now heading to San Jose, who will be the team to take the 2-1 series lead. Can we hand San Jose their 10th loss of the playoffs? Let's go. First period of game number 3. Not a great start by any means. Shit, and we didn't even get a goal this time in the first. 3 goals on 9 shots for the San Jose Sharks. Melker Karlsson had 2. Joe Pavelski had another one as well. Pavelski is, I think, did he score in game 1? I don't think so. I think Pavelski is 1 goal away from hitting double digits. May be wrong with that stat. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, but we're out shooting them 10-9, but we have yet to get a goal, so we need at least 1 by the end of the second period, and we cannot let them get any if we really want to have a chance in this game. Second period now. All right, we got 2, and Artemi Panarin gets his first point of the series, and I think that is his 10th goal of the playoffs, so that is nice. Brandon Dubinsky then as well cut the lead to only 1 as we head to the third. Now only down by 1, still out shooting them 22-17 right now. Okay, looking good. A lot of momentum maybe on our side now. We head to the third, and we are still down by 1 though. We need to get a goal, but Joe Thornton scores his second of the playoffs and gives the San Jose Sharks a 2-goal lead. And there we go. Mikhail Bodker scores to give them a 3-goal lead. I'm just going to end the sim. That is the game. 35-27 were the shots for them. Not great from us. We only got 5 shots that period. Yikes. Not good at all. Not good at all, sorry. And unfortunately, they took the 2-1 series lead. So it's kind of upsetting. Not terrible, but we definitely need to pick it up here. Panarin, you're doing great, obviously. I mean, I'm glad you kind of you started to get something going in that last game, but do I make line changes? Do I try something? I mean, I'm not panicked. I feel like making a line change right now would not necessarily help or deter our team. But I'm so tempted to put Wenberg back on that top line because Dubois' point total is rough, whereas Wenberg's is not. And that top line just, absolutely ruined. And with Dubois on that line as well, the plus-minus has gone down. So you know what? I am going to try this, and we're going to try Wenberg on the top line, Dubinsky now on the second line center position. And we're going to have Dubois on the wing of Letestu, because I'm assuming Letestu does have better face-offs, which he does. So we're going to try a third line of Dubois with Letestu and Anderson. Then our fourth line still to be Jenner. Well, that was actually only his second of the playoffs. That that fourth line is kind of awful. Yeah, we're going to try this, though. As for defenseman, oh, Jesus, Jack Johnson is pissed. Okay, so all of his stats have basically gone down. We're going to put Ian Cole back in and make Jack Johnson even more upset. Yeah, so Ian Cole will then be playing now on that bottom pair with Marcus Nudivar, and he's not happy either. I mean, I know he's not getting a lot of ice time, but damn it. This is not looking too great right now. Bobrovsky's stats have gone down quite a bit. Korpisalo actually did get put in a game there as well. I don't remember seeing him let in a goal. He might have, but it might have been the last game. I don't remember seeing him let in or get a goal scored on him. I just didn't see his name anywhere, so that's interesting. But we move on to game number 4 now. They split our home ice in the first 2. We need to split their home ice in their 2 now. So game number 4, we are here in San Jose again. Let's go, boys. First period of game number 4. Nice. Oliver Bjorkstrand with the new addition of Wenberg back on that top line makes it 1-0. I'm sure Wenberg got an assist on that goal. Nice, though, a far shot for Bjorkstrand. How that managed to get through Jones, I do not know, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. Shots are 11-9 in favor of San Jose. Interesting. So, it's time for the second period now as we head into the second up by 1. Let's go. No goals allowed in the second period, which is nice. Shots are now even at 18 apiece. And very interesting to see how they have yet to score. But knock on wood, hopefully they cannot score throughout this game. We still have, obviously, that 1-goal lead. Let's slow sim the third now, and we will see. Power play for the Sharks, and Evander Kane on the power play. Another power play for the Sharks, and Joe Pavelski. Oh my God, our penalty kill. What just happened? And Justin Braun makes it 3-1. 3 unanswered goals for the Sharks, and make that 4 unanswered goals. Oh my God. Oh no. Shots are even at 31 apiece, but 4 unanswered goals for the San Jose Sharks, and San Jose is now 1 win away from the Stanley Cup, from their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. This is not at all how I expected things to go. So, you know what? I think it's time to make some line changes. Sonny Milano has not been great. Not that I want to scratch him, but let's try Nick Foligno. I mean, he's a 77 right now. I don't know how good he will do at all, if he'll do good in any way. What can I do here? Let's try Atkinson on that top line with Wenberg and Panarin, and a second line of Vanek. Vanek, Dubinsky, and Bjorkstrand. A third line of Foligno, Anderson, Foligno, and Dubois. We're going to try different wingers, though, and have Anderson on the right. And then our third line of Jenner, Calvert, and Letestu. Yeah, sure. We'll try that. As for defensemen, I think I'm going to put that top pair back together of Werenski and Jones. And our second pair of Murray and Savard. Third pair of Nudivara and Cole still. We will keep it like that. Let's try special teams. I do not see a lot of points coming from our power play. I mean, I haven't seen us score on the power play so far once in this series. It just doesn't necessarily happen all that often in any way. Let's put, wait, we have Murray in there. No, okay, no we don't. So, put Murray on the power play. We're going to keep Vanek there, but we're going to have Bjorkstrand on that second line with Dubois and Vanek. I don't really want Dubois in there, to be honest with you. All skaters. Let's see, I guess, well, no, yeah, we'll go all skaters. Who could I put in there? We've got Dubinsky. He's not doing bad. I'm tempted just to put Letestu in there because he has 9 points and he's got 5 goals, which, you know what? Screw it. Why not? Let's just try it. 4-man, we'll take Vanek out and put in Atkinson. I'll try that. And again, we'll also take Cole out from there. Put Ryan Murray in. Okay. Penalty kill. Dubinsky and Jenner we will keep there. Savard and Jones. I do not know. I kind of want to put Ian Cole in there. I mean, Ian Cole's got as good as defensive stats as Jones, but his defensive awareness is much higher. Jones's is. Yeah, you know what? I'll keep that the way it is. Calvert and Letestu, though. I think I'm going to change that. What about Josh Anderson? Yeah, let's put Josh Anderson in there. And then somebody for Matt Calvert, Nick Foligno, maybe. What about our centerman? We could put Dubois there. No, thank you. Never mind. Dubinsky's already playing there, if I'm not mistaken. So let's try Foligno then. Yeah, okay. So Foligno and Anderson both can't take face-offs. Jenner will go on the second pair just because, he needs to take face-offs there. As for the 3-man, I think we'll go Dubinsky and Anderson. Yeah, we're going to try that. Dubinsky and Anderson. He's a left wing, I believe, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so, wow, we've already been 22 minutes through this. Jesus. Okay, and then last but not least, I am very tempted to put Yunus Korpisalo in as our goaltender, which I think I am going to. I just want to make sure that we're simmed up to the day of game number 5. Man, this could be extremely bad. We're down 3-1 in the series, guys. Where do I need to scout? We'll go to the League of Goalies for a week. Can we force Game 7? Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? This episode is going to take a long time to upload, depending on if we do go to Game 7. Plus, we'll have to watch well, we don't have to watch, but I'd like to watch the celebration if we do even manage to get there. So, Yunus Korpisalo will be our starting goaltender for game number 5 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And, we'll see how it goes. So, obviously, these new line changes hopefully will help us out. We're back in Columbus, and we need a win, or we are eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs, and San Jose will take home their first ever Stanley Cup. First period of game number, I almost said game number 1. First period of game number 5. Not a great start. Yunus Donskoy scores on his fellow Finn. Is Donskoy a Finn? I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I mean, they're both Yunus, so I'm assuming he is also a Finn. That would make sense. But, yeah, 1-0 for San Jose after the first 20 minutes of play. Not looking good so far, but it could be a lot worse. Shots are 10-9 in favor of San Jose as well. Second period now. We need to at least get on the board, and we cannot let them. Come on, second period. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Oh, no. Okay. Second period, no goals were allowed by either team, which is nice, but we have still yet to get on the board here in this second period, or here yet in this game number 5. Shots are 20-17 in favor of us. But like I said earlier in the series, if we can't get them by Jones, it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm going to slow sim the third, but times 4 speed, not times 8. They have a power play. Hopefully we are able to kill it. We are, so that is nice. Come on, give us a power play. Let us try the new power play unit, and hopefully get a goal. Come on, boys. And we get a equalizer. Pierre-Luc Dubois, basically right on the face-off dot. I'm sure he just ripped one by Jones after he won the face-off. We have a power play, and we were unable to convert on the power play, unfortunately. I was already ready to say we were unable to convert, just because normally, because I sim by times 8 speed, it is a lot, or it goes by a lot faster. But we managed to tie up the game and also managed to push the game to overtime. So that just elongates the episode even longer, but we're going to go times 8 speed for overtime. We were out shooting them 31-27. Let's go. If we score, we have another chance. If they score, they win the Stanley Cup. Again, we had another power play opportunity, unable to score, and the San Jose Sharks are winning the Stanley Cup for the first time in franchise history. Melker Karlsson with, I think it was 3 or 4 goals, 3 for sure, in this series, and Martin Jones just absolutely stole them the series in this Stanley Cup final. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm assuming the goal scoring was too much for us, although we held them to a very minimum amount of goals in that one. The goal scoring was too much for us, unfortunately. That is not good, and the San Jose Sharks are able to win the Stanley Cup in year number 1, getting past your Columbus Blue Jackets. Oh man, that really sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Panarin did not do great in that series. He only had 2 points in that series. I mean, obviously he was our best playoff performer, probably the best performer we had all season, by like a mile. But unfortunately, we were unable to get it done. Bjorkstrand with 18 points, and he's up to an 86, so that's not bad by any means. Jones, he had 13 points. Wenberg, he had 13 points. Werenski, he had 10. He's a +1 now. Actually, Jones is a 90 now as well. So at least we could definitely look to see some jumps in the off season. Letestu did pretty damn good. He was one of our 5+ goal scorers, alongside Vanek, Bjorkstrand, and Panarin. But yeah, I think heading into this offseason, maybe looking for Jack Johnson's a 73 right now, so he is on the last year of his deal. He will most definitely be leaving this team. But yeah, I think what we need to look for in this offseason is maybe some more goal scoring. Maybe some more defensemen that can put up points, because we couldn't get points out of 11 games from Nudivara, out of 12 games from Ian Cole, and out of 19 games from Jack Johnson. And Savard and Murray played 21 games. They had a combined 6 points. That is just not enough. I mean, our top pair obviously did great, but we needed more points from our bottom 4. And as for the goaltending, I mean, I don't blame Bobrovsky. I felt that Korpisalo was the right option to go for in game number 5. Unfortunately, he was not. Maybe if we had Bobrovsky in net, he could have led us to game number 6. But what can I do? There's nothing I can do about it now. the Stanley Cup champions. Let's look at the team. 25 games played for Martin Jones, 16 wins, 5 losses, 3 overtime losses, 2 shutouts with a .928 save percentage and a 2.25 GAA. Like I said, not the greatest goalie stats, although he will probably win the Conn Smythe because there really wasn't that many points from this team. There was just goals from everywhere. 10 goals for Pavelski, 7 from Hurdle, Burns, Meyer, and Kane. Then we had 6 from Donskoy, 5 from Tierney, Carlson, and Couture, 3 from Bodker, 2 from Hansen, Thornton, and Martin. So everybody except for Tim Heat and Brendan Dillon had goals on this team. Tim Heat is upset now too. He's down to a 76. Not impressed. Most points defensively for them was Brent Burns, and I mean they had one more point. Their second pair, although no, that's not even their second pair was Dylan and Braun, right? Yeah, but in general, just more points from their decor. That really sucks. That stings. I'm not gonna lie. So in the next episode, I will show you guys all some trophies, and we'll obviously do the draft, and probably the majority, if not the entire off season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all did enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.